Hi everyone, in this video we'll study the chapter Medicine, that is Guidelines with practice questions which will be helpful for your CPC exam. The topics covered in this video will be Immunoglobulins, Immunization administration for vaccines, toxoids, guidelines with CPC exam practice questions as examples. So let's begin. Keep your CPT book ready, open the Medicine chapter section. The code range is 902812-99607. So, in your medicine chapter, you'll find codes related to these services, that is immunoglobulins, vaccines, psychiatry, interactive complexity, psychiatric diagnostic procedures, biofeedback, dialysis, gastroenterology, ophthalmology. So, all these services you'll find in medicine chapter. Just go through them. So go through all this code range, it is still 99607. First let us study the guideline related to immunoglobulins, serum or recombinant products. So the code range is 902812-90399. So this code range describes anti-infective immunizations derived from human blood or recombinant immunoglobulin products created in laboratory. Take notes while I am explaining, it will be very helpful for you. An important guideline is do not report modifier 51 if these services are performed with another procedure. And the next guideline, the administration of these products must be reported in addition to the product as appropriate. That means these codes must be reported with the administration codes. That is codes 96365 to 96368, 96369, 96370, 371, 372, 374, 375. All these codes are reported for administration of immunoglobulins. So this code range is for immunoglobulins and this code range is for administrations. So the administration codes must be reported in addition to these codes. In your CPT book, in page number 743, first paragraph, under immunoglobulin, serum or recombinant products, they have mentioned the guideline, that is modifier should not be reported, so highlight them. Let us move on to the next guideline. Next guideline is about immunization administration for vaccines or toxoids. So here the guideline is report vaccine immunization administration codes in addition to the vaccine and toxoid codes. So this is the code range for vaccines and toxoid. You can see 90476 code is for adenovirus vaccine. So like that you have codes for different vaccines in this code range. So with that vaccine codes you have to report vaccine immunization administration codes. Let's study the guideline further. Remember that the administration codes are 90460 to 90474. In that we have the guideline for 90460 to 90461. That is, you can see the codes immunization administration through 18 years of age via any route of administration with counseling. So highlight that with counseling by physician or other qualified healthcare professional, first or only component of the each vaccine or toxoid administered, and you have the add-on code for each additional vaccine. So what is the guideline for these codes? So the guideline is that report codes 90460 and 90461 only if the provider counsels the patient or the family face to face during the administration of the vaccine or toxoid to a child younger than 18 years of age. That is, you have to report these two codes 90460 and 90461 only if the provider, that is the physician, if he is counseling the patient or the patient's family face to face during the administration. Okay. So, second guideline is that these administration codes 90460 and 90461 are reported for vaccines with multiple components. Note all this down. That is, administration codes 90460 and 90461 are reported for vaccines with multiple components, combination vaccine, in which you report 90460 for the first component and additional components in the vaccine we report with 90461. I'll explain you with an example. An example of a combination vaccine is, let's take MMR. Okay, so MMR is for mumps, measles and rubella. So it has 3 components, right? So for this 90460 is reported for the first component and 2 components are remaining. So for that we should use the code 90461. So 90461 we will use 2 times for the remaining 2 components. Like this you will use the codes 90460 to 90461 if the provider counsels the patient, and also you will code it on the basis of multiple components. Now let us look at the guideline for 90471 to 90474. So these codes are reported if no counseling is provided. For a child less than 18 years of age and for the administration of vaccines to patients over 18 years of age. And the second guideline is these administration codes are not reported by each vaccine component. As we saw in the previous codes 90460 and 90461, we used the codes to report by each vaccine component. But here in this case, these administration codes are not reported by each vaccine component in a combination vaccine, but reported by how each vaccination is given, that is intramuscularly, orally or subcutaneously. For example, if MMR vaccine is given intramuscularly without counseling, then it is reported with the code 90471. Here we are not using add-on code for the components. We are only using add-on code if there is additional vaccine. Then we have the immunization administration codes, that is 90473, 90474. 90473 is for immunization administration by intranasal or oral route, one vaccine. And each additional vaccine you will code using the add-on code 90474. Now there is an important guideline, please take a note of this. That is, do not report modifier 51 with these services. And second guideline is, if a significant separately identifiable E&M service is provided at the same encounter, then we can report the E&M service with modifier 25. Take a note of this. Now let us solve some CPC exam practice questions related to immunization administration. Read the question. A 4-year-old is getting over his cold and will be getting 3 immunizations in the pediatrician office by the nurse. The first vaccination administered is polio vaccine intramuscularly. The next one is influenza live administered in the nose. The last vaccination is varicella live by subcutaneous route. What CPT codes are reported for the administration of the vaccines? So you can find many codes in the option A, B, C and D. Right. So first, to code for immunization administration, you have to check whether there is counseling done or not. So in this question, we can't find counseling. Right. So counseling is not done. So we cannot use the codes 90460 and 90461. So directly eliminate the option which has the codes 90460 and 90461. Because this is without face-to-face counseling. So we'll eliminate option A and B. Now we are left with option C and option D. Okay. We studied in the guidelines that we should not report modifier 51 for vaccine when performed with administration procedures. So by that you can directly eliminate option D because they have mentioned modifier 51. So without much efforts we got the answer, that is option C. Now let us verify the codes in option C. Check the code 90713. 90713 is for poliovirus vaccine for subcutaneous or intramuscular use. You can see there is polio vaccine given intramuscularly. So 90713 is the right code. Then check the code 90660. 90660 is for influenza virus vaccine trivalent live for intranasal use. So they have mentioned here influenza live administered in the nose. So it is intranasal route. So 90660 is also right. Then you have 90716. Check the code. 90716 is for varicella virus vaccine live for subcutaneous use. So you can see here varicella live by subcutaneous route. So 90716 is right. They have mentioned 90471, 90472. You have to code 90471 for immunization administration intradermal, subcutaneous, intramuscular, right? So for polio vaccine intramuscular, they have mentioned 90471. And 90472 is for varicella live by subcutaneous route. And 90474 they have mentioned for influenza live administered in the nose. So 90474 is for that. So all these codes are correct. And also below the code 90474, you can see they have mentioned use 90474 in conjunction with 90471, 90473. So we are using with 90471. So the right answer will be option C. So according to the guideline, we coded for immunization administration, that is these codes, and we coded for the vaccines. Let us solve another question. The patient was seen in the clinic today for a 5-year well-child exam. The physical exam was unremarkable. The patient was at normal growth and development for her age group. The following vaccines are recommended for patient at this visit. The vaccines are DTaP, IPV, MMR, varicella and annual influenza shot. The pediatrician counseled the patient and her parents on the health risk. So what is the correct code for these vaccines? So you can see in the question, counseling is mentioned. So we have to use the codes 90460 and 90461 for immunization administration. Right. So let us check the options. Check the first code from each option. Here they have mentioned 90460. So 90460 is for immunization administration through 18 years of age with counseling. That is for first or only component of each vaccine. In option B also, first code is 90460. In option C, first code is 90460 into 5. Remember that we are not supposed to multiply the code 90460. We have to multiply the add-on code 90461. Okay, so this option will be wrong. So directly eliminate option C. That is, if one code is wrong, the entire option will be wrong. So I will eliminate this option. In option D also you can check. They have mentioned 90461, 90460 into 2. But we are never supposed to multiply 90460. Okay, so we'll eliminate that option. Now we are left with option A and option B. So here the first vaccine they have mentioned is DTaP. That is, it has 3 components: diphtheria, tetanus and pertussis. Okay, so 90460 is for first component, diphtheria. For the remaining 2 components, they have used 90461 into 2. And 90700 is for DTaP. So we coded for this one. Next, they have mentioned 90460 again. That is for IPV. It has only one component. So they have mentioned 90460 only. And there is 90713, which is for poliovirus vaccine inactivated IPV. So that is done. Next, again they have mentioned 90460, 90461 into 2. That is for MMR. So MMR has 3 components: measles, mumps and rubella. So for measles, first component they coded 90460. For remaining 2 components, they used the code 90461 into 2. And this is for the vaccine code 90707, that is for measles, mumps and rubella virus vaccine. So this is done. Then they have coded 90460, which is for varicella. Okay, so varicella has one component, so they used 90460, and 90716 is the vaccine code. That is varicella. This is also right. Then again they coded 90460, which is for the vaccine annual influenza shot. So that is 90460 for the one component, and 90658 is for the influenza vaccine. So all these codes are correct. So we check the codes for immunization administration and the vaccine codes. So option A is the right answer. Option B will be wrong because they have mentioned directly 90461 8 times and all the vaccine codes. But for each vaccine we have to code separately for the administration as well as the vaccine codes. So option A is the right answer. Next question. A young child received mumps, measles, rubella and varicella MMRV injection at a neighborhood clinic with physician counseling. What CPT codes are reported? So here counseling is mentioned. So according to the guidelines, because counseling is included, a code from 90460, 90461 should be used. So eliminate the option which has the code 90471, 90472. Now we are left with option B, C and D. So we studied in the guidelines that while using the codes 90460 and 90461, we have to use 90460 for the first component and the remaining components we should use using the codes 90461. That is the add-on code, right? So here in the question, it is measles, mumps, rubella and varicella. So there are 4 components. Okay, but you can see in option C they have mentioned only 90460. So that is wrong. We'll eliminate option C. We are left with option B and option D. So the difference is in option B they have mentioned 90707, 90716. 90707 is for measles, mumps, rubella and 90716 is for varicella virus vaccine. But we already have a code 90710 which is for MMRV, which is mentioned in option D. So we should not code separately for MMR and then again for varicella, right? So we'll eliminate option B. We are left with option D, which is the right answer. Here they have mentioned 90460, which is for the first component, that is mumps. Then remaining 3 components, measles, rubella and varicella, they have coded using the code 90461 3 times. This is for the remaining 3 components. And 90710 is for MMRV. So that's it for today. In the next video, we'll study guidelines related to psychotherapy, hemodialysis and peritoneal dialysis with CPC exam practice questions. So stay tuned.